practice being kind to you. That inner voice, rebuilding your self-esteem starts with those small tiny wins that remind you of your strength and value. The chronic shame can lead to depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, especially low self-esteem. Welcome again once more to the Synergy Unpacked. And I was walking in the corridors today in the office, and I bumped into someone. Then we laughed because we know each other. But because I bumped to him and I stepped on him, I felt so much guilt. And the guy was like, hey, don't worry, don't feel so guilty, because I was trying to apologize. And then made a comment which I thought was interesting, that hey, it's just one of mistake. There's no shame in feeling or in doing this. It's not intentional. Then as I was walking away, something crossed my mind. What is the difference between shame and guilt? So I went to of course nowadays is AI, and I typed in to Gemini and asked it, so what is the difference between shame and guilt? It's this what it gave me. Shame is a complex emotion characterized by a painful feeling of embarrassment, humiliation, or disgrace, often stemming from perceived failure to meet personal or societal standards. Now, it can be triggered by a mistake, a perceived wrongdoing, or a feeling of inadequacy, leading to a sense of unworthiness. And then it's continued to say that shame differs from guilt, where guilt is basically or typically associated with a specific action, while shame encompasses a broad sense of self-criticism and a feeling of being fundamentally flawed. So the difference is that guilt is typically associated with a specific action or behavior and the feeling of having done something wrong. So I was feeling guilty. Shame, on the other side, is a broader feeling of self-disgust and unworthiness, encompassing the whole person rather than a single action. And that's when it hit me that there's a lot of us who probably, for whatever reason, have had feelings of shame or feelings of thinking it's guilt, but in essence shame, something that they have continuously done, especially at work. Maybe you've always been told you're a failure no matter what you do, or you did something bad in your previous job or in life, and it's coming into the office. And some of these characteristics of these feelings of shame is intense self-evaluation, which involves a negative self-appraisal. Most of the time you feel like you're not good enough for this, often leading to a belief that you're inherently flawed or unworthy. It could also be feelings of inadequacy. Sometimes you'll have these feelings of withdrawal or an urge to just hide away from everyone else. And in a social context is that the thought that someone is looking at you and judging you, that really triggers you. I went into detail to search what are some of the tips for any one of us, if you're listening to me, if you're watching me, that has feelings of shame. You've felt any of these 4 characteristics in the past, because you are in a place where the chronic shame can lead to depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, especially low self-esteem, and other mental health challenges, especially back to low self-esteem. Shame most of the time can lead to withdrawal from relationship, interaction, teamwork in the office, or even in life. You don't want to interact with people, and in some cases it can lead to self-destruction activities, because you're trying to cope with these painful reminders of failure. So if you are one of those, I have short quick tips, 8 of them, on how you are going to handle shame if by any chance you feel as such. Tip number 1, please, self-kindness and self-compassion. Why are you mean to yourself than anyone else in your life? Ask yourself that question. Okay? What you do, practice being kind to you, that inner voice talking to you. Let it say that you are loved, you're special, you're someone. Have daily talks which are gentle to yourself. In the morning, in the evening, every time you feel as such. And the main important thing to do is to recognize that inner critic, who often comes from a past experience, a past pain that you've had, and know that that is not the truth. So tip number 1, self-compassion and kindness. So the antidote here is to ensure that shame isn't just confidence, it's kindness towards yourself, even in your worst moments. Okay. Tip number 2, understand the root cause of that shame. And this is something you need to know. Shame is not the opposite of pride. Rather, it's the source. Because in this case, true humility is the antidote to shame. Pride, pride is a very dangerous thing. So be humble and accept that you're a human being. Okay? And also learn to differentiate guilt, which is I did something bad, to shame, which is I am bad. Explore how shame forms from various experiences you've had in the past. Try to understand. Okay? What are the signals that trigger this? Is it words? Is it environment? Because sometimes even that environment or those words or with that person, there's a sense of helplessness. So understand the root cause here, because shame is not who you are. It's mostly a learned response, because the whole idea behind it is trying to protect you from any danger, pain that you find yourself in. Number 2, understand the root cause. Number 3 is therapy. Seek it. Okay, go look for it. If you can't afford it, read everything you need to know about shame. Go to YouTube. If you're here, probably you're in the right track. If you're here watching me to know how to handle it, then this is one route. So go deep. Do something I've always advocated in my channel here. Journal, a book, okay, and a pen. Very, very crucial. Not on your phone, not journaling on your phone. Just write it down. There's something so good about that. Okay, so the whole idea about therapy or seeking education on how to handle yourself is you are trying to get tools that can untangle that power shame has over you, which has given you that identity. Okay, number 4, reframing. Okay, and changing or shifting your cognitiveness. What do I mean here? You decide that you own that feeling, but doesn't define you. So if you've done something in the past, look at the issue and just know, yes, I did that. I owned that. I was young. I was stupid. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have enough information. But that is not who I am now, because we all have been there. Okay? Those are pasts. Let them be bygones and reduce self-blame. The environment at which you were in, opportunities that were around there, the friends you're hanging out with, can really, really affect some of the activities you do. So shift your focus from self-condemnation to understanding the circumstances in which you found yourself. Remember that mistakes don't define who you are or your worthiness. They're just part of human growth. Who hasn't done a mistake? Reframe your cognitive shifts so that you can honor your story without letting shame write your future. Number 5, positive identity and confidence building. One crucial thing, find things that give you confidence. If you're good at talking, you're good at giving stories, you're good at writing, there's each one of us inherently has a gift that has been bestowed by us to us by either God, an entity, fate, or you have a gift of something that you are extremely good at. If it's cooking, if it's talking, if it's selling, whatever it is that will give you the confidence and boost you and give you also a positive feelings of pride. Do that without fear. Go full on that. Choose to focus on that action so that you're able to feel proud and healthy and nice. So build a positive, number 5, that is build a positive identity and confidence. Okay? Because rebuilding your self-esteem starts with those small tiny wins that remind you of your strength and value. And this can only come from things that you're very, very good at. So search for those. Number 6 is healing your body and your nervous system. Because remember, shame could be self-preservation. Okay? And one of the things you can do is practice those self-soothing activities that manage your nervous system. Yoga, stretching, exercising, walking, running, even going for those spa treatments if you can. Do whatever it is to soothe yourself. Let your mind. Meditating is another big one. On deep, if you're a God-fearing person, deep, long, deep prayer. Okay? If during that process emotions overwhelm you, experience them, feel them, cry them out. Do not suppress them. Okay, number 6, heal your nervous system and body. Why? Because shame lives in our body. Healing must also reach to our body. 7 is a community, a connection, and shared humanity. Here, okay, we accept the love we think we deserve. I repeat that again. We accept the love we think we deserve. Connect with the people who genuinely love you. And they are very, very few. I don't know how to do them. In fact, I'll do an episode in future about how to know someone really cares for you. How to know someone really cares for you. Genuine friends are very few. Genuine members are very few. Do whatever you have to do to get to know who these people are or this person, and search and connect with them. If not, you can also meet people going through the same experience like you are. Join a church group, join a sports club where you interact with people, especially people go around. Because why join a community or have a shared communion with other humans is because you deserve connection. Isolation depends, because I know that is your first reaction. You want to isolate yourself. That depends. Shame. And the only solution is community dissolves that feeling. Okay? Find a way to connect with others. We all know who our true friends are. We sometimes pretend we don't, but we always know. A good example could be that person who you even rarely interact with, but when you are in trouble, is always there. Not necessarily financially. It's just a guy who is always around you when you really, really need it. You rarely even hang out, but when he's in trouble, he's there. Okay? But anyway, I'll do a long episode to explain how to know someone really cares for you. The last one, you can almost guess which one it is, but it's about the spiritual anchoring. Okay? Or a philosophy, embrace a philosophy of not comparing yourself to anyone. You're one, a daughter or a son of God. You're one chosen as an individual. Okay? Live your life. Okay? Cultivate humility. Okay? Anchor your worth in something way, way cheaper than achievements that are based on approval from wherever it is. Whether it's your friends, your classmates, your brothers, your sisters, your dad, your boss. Anchor yourself to something really, really deep. Okay? Number 8 is a philosophical anchoring or spiritual anchoring to something greater. That reminds you that you are not your mistakes, nor are your circumstances, that your existence on earth, by you being here today, doing this, is worthy. It's special. Remember that. Okay? So shame, lastly, just to conclude today's video, is that it's an emotion that has major consequences for you as a person. So understanding its nature and developing a healthy coping mechanism of the 8 things I've told you above is very, very important in promoting well-being and also fostering positive self-regard, and which enhances your health mentally, health in your body and your soul. I do hope these 8 tips helped you handle shame, because I know how heavy it can be. And I have always asked my listeners, if you are here and you have an idea, something really good that can help others in shame, please put it in the comments. Go there, provide tools, provide resources that can help others, for we are here to help each other create that awesome life-work balance. Thank you. Until next time.